welcome back. So today is day 9 of my 30-day challenge for me and my slimmers. Things are going really well for me actually. Haven't found it a struggle in any way. I think where I'd had my holiday time off, getting back on track is always sort of relatively easy for me. I know it's not for others, but for me I find it quite easy. I think the fact that I maintain by generally having 1 or 2 products in a day anyway, just because I find it convenient, and it does actually help with maintenance. So as I say, I haven't really struggled the last few days since starting. So what's happened with me, trying to think. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's what I was going to touch on. Ended up on Sunday. It's now Tuesday, so I've been in the shop since 8 a.m. this morning. What is it now? 20 to 9. So I've unpacked some stock, got ready for my slimmers today. Down here till about 3 p.m. Pop home and leave mine again to be here for 6 till about 10 tonight, 10, half 10. So anyway, what's happened with me in the last few days? Sunday was a bit of a thrown on me almost day, where my 13-year-old has wanted to go and see Despicable Me since it came out before we went on holiday. So yeah, we went off to the cinema on Sunday to see that. So what did I do? How did I prepare? I had my shake in the morning, and then sorry, that always happens, I forget to turn my phone off. Let me just turn that off again. So yeah, how did I prepare? So I had my shake in the morning, and then we weren't actually, or it wasn't, we weren't going to go till late, but when we got into town and we went to book the tickets, we could get the 3:30 showing. So where neither of us had lunch, I didn't really have enough products out with me. I'd already sort of said to her that I would take her to have Nando's, because she quite likes the Nando's and we don't often go there. Yet when I'm on plan, or when my slimmers are on plan, it's one of the best places I think to go to. You can get the butterfly chicken completely plain. You can also get the side salad to go with that. So that's what we did. We went off into town, we booked the tickets, and we popped into Nando's. And as you can see, if you're on my customer business Facebook page, so Cambridge Weight Plan Centre Colchester, if you search that on Facebook, that will come up, and you can like the page, and then you can get motivational hints, tips and different things. You'll see like when I'm running challenges or competitions and things for my slimmers as well. So and I upload my vlogs onto there. So yeah, so I've forgotten my train of thought. So yeah, so anyway, went and had the Nando's, which I uploaded that's what I'm saying, uploaded the picture onto my business page for my slimmers. Showed the picture of my butterfly chicken, which had no skin on it and no dressings, and then I had the side salad, which Nando's actually do a balsamic vinegar, so I had some balsamic vinegar on that. Then we went into the cinema, and I chopped up a bar. So chopped up the bar. I didn't really feel like eating it though. I was actually pretty full from the Nando's anyway. I can't actually remember what I had in the evening. It was a product. Can't remember that one. Anyway, so, and then yesterday, actually I'm going to backtrack. So Saturday, I realised I'd ran out of macaroni cheese at home, Cambridge macaroni cheese that is, and I don't know why, but I really find that having that fills me, so I quite like having that most days. Anyway, realised I didn't have it on Saturday, so I made sure when I was down in the shop yesterday that I picked up some more and took them home with me. So again, fast backtrack to yesterday, Monday, day 8 for me. Started off with my shake in the morning, ended up having a salad and macaroni, double macaroni cheese. Then today, got a bit of my shake still to go. So this one is chocolate and cappuccino mix today. So chocolate and cappuccino shake. As I say, I don't get home, it's normally about 20 past 3 by the time I leave here on a Tuesday. So I'll get home about 20 past 3. I will probably make myself a double macaroni. I find that I'm okay doing that. Some people find that if they do a double product, they can feel hungry afterwards. I don't know whether that's the initial double amount of carbs will throw them out of ketosis sort of for a really short period of time. I'm not 100%, in all honesty, even as a consultant, I'm not 100% if that does actually happen by putting in two together. However, I find that I'm absolutely fine with that. I have no problem doing that, which is actually why a lot of the time I tend to do 4 products, because I do like to sometimes put, like this morning, my shake is actually a 1.5 shake. So it's the whole packet of chocolate shake and half a packet of cappuccino. And then, as I say, this afternoon I'll go home and I'll end up having a double macaroni, and then I come back out to the shop and I end up having a half a shake or whatever this evening if I get time. Sometimes I'll go home and it's really late and I'll end up just having half a chocolate Tetra carton, so the ready-made drinks. So I'll end up putting half of one of those in just so that I've had my 4. To be honest though, there's no reason for me to have 4 other than I prefer to have 4. So I prefer to do step 1B, but I do move freely between step 1A, 1B and step 2, the same as I allow my slimmers to do who are on the lower steps. What that does for me is, so like yesterday, no, not yesterday, sorry, today, I've had a 1.5 shake, or almost had all of my 1.5 shake. I'll have a double macaroni later, so if I don't put that extra half a product in later, then I've gone over by half a product. So instead of having 3, I've had 3.5, so I'm not on 3 or 4 either. Sorry, I just need to grab a tissue. Yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so for me, you know, I don't mind moving like that on the step. Doesn't seem to affect my weight loss, doesn't seem to affect my slimmers' weight loss, so you know, that's what I'm happy to do and what I'm happy for my slimmers to do. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I need to come into the shop in the morning, and then I haven't even got any plans for the rest of the day at the moment. Although having said that, I seem to be booking new slimmers in pretty much every day. I've got 2 new ones today, so I've got one this afternoon and then I've got another one this evening, and the only slot I could give her was literally the last one really late, which, you know, I'm down here anyway, so it makes no difference to me if I'm down here later, my evening's gone. Now what I wanted to talk about now, I talk about holidays and things like that, and with the holiday that I've just had, so now with the 6-week school holidays, which my 13-year-old breaks up on Friday and she finishes at 1 p.m. So what I tend to do in the school holidays is I like to, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I like to try and have the whole weekend. I don't see slimmers on a weekend anyway, not unless I'm booking in a newbie or I've specifically said I'll do it. Knocking my bin over. So I like to make sure that I've got the weekends off, especially in 6-week school holidays, ideally Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If I can get the Monday as well, then I'll do the Monday as well and we'll go off camping. So me and little one go camping, we'll go camping with friends, or it's just me and her. Hobby's not into camping, and to be honest, I think yeah, it wouldn't be his thing anyway. So I've already had a look. I've been looking last night. Excuse me, hiccups again. This is because I drink my shake in the morning. So yeah, I've decided that starting, excuse me, this weekend. So I I thought, well, she's breaking up at 1 p.m, so if I find somewhere that's quite local, what I can do is pick her up from school with the car already loaded, and we can go, and we'll come back Sunday. Can't come back Monday. I've got a slimmer in the morning, but also, although the slimmer was happy to do the Tuesday evening with me, my daughter goes to a theatre school for 1 week in the 6 week school holiday. She goes on Saturdays as well on other terms, but in the school holiday she goes for a whole week, Monday to Friday, from 10 till 4. So need to be back by the Sunday evening for her to go on the Monday. So how will that work with me being on plan? I actually find it quite easy, because we're doing things and we're busy. I find that provided I've got what I need, I'm fine. And how does that work in terms of, preparing a meal for her for the evenings, and or if I want to take her for lunch or anything while we're away? Again, this is where moving freely between doing step 1A, 1B and step 2, if you're able to, works really, really well for me and my slimmers. It takes that guilt away from, some people find that if they're supposed to be on only the 3 products per day on step 1A, and they're having a day when they're hungry or they're craving, people are eating things in front of them, they've gone on a day out and they just feel like they need something else, then I know some people would sit and go, oh, well, you push through it, get on with it, tough, be hungry or crave, you'll get over it. But do you know what? Some people really, really struggle with that and don't get past it and end up falling off. So knowing you can have an extra product and do step 1B, or you can even have a step 2 meal on that day, is fine. As I said, for me, for my slimmers, this is what works. Some people may not find putting that protein meal in works for them, and it might trigger them to be hungry or crave other things. But I think usually what happens is, for some, it's more a case of, if you're only supposed to be having 3 products per day, or the 4 products per day, and you end up putting a protein meal in, if you've given yourself that permission, so to speak, so being able to move freely, it takes that guilt away from when you do have it. So you might go out with the intention of not putting in the step 2 meal or having an extra product, but then you've got to 5 o'clock and you've had your 3 products, and now you're making something for everyone else, and you really feel like you want to join in with them, rather than ending up sort of feeling like you've failed, so to speak, and coming off plan by having something maybe you shouldn't because you're constantly craving it. By making something you can have, it makes such a huge difference. It's I believe it makes a massive difference to people's journeys by knowing that they can do that step 2 meal if they need to. So anyway, while I'm away, what I would tend to do is I will do my products during the day. If we're out of the lunch time and I feel that's when my daughter's going to have her main meal, then again, if I want to, I can sit and I can have something with her while we're out. Although what I tend to do is actually save the meal for her for an evening. So depending where we are, depends whether there's a campfire or a barbecue or anything we're doing. If that's the case, then I will quite often find a farm shop, pick up some mince or something, make myself a homemade burger, whether it's turkey mince or beef mince, and I'll pop in some spring onion, pepper, little bit of pure spices, so nothing mixed that contains salt or sugar in it, and I'll form some burger or something, or a little piece of chicken breast, and I'll do that on the barbecue with some salad. What's another thing that I've done before? Oh, so I've made a bolognese before, so because I generally cook from scratch, so I've made a bolognese, and I've had a little bit of that, so I don't have any pasta or anything with that. Or a chilli, I've done that as well. I've made a chilli and I've sat and had a little bowl full of chilli. It can be done. If you're going into a caravan, then actually you've got better cooking facilities generally, and it can be a little bit easy because you put a whole chicken in the oven, and everybody can have chicken with something, and you can have yours. But yeah, so that's my plans for this week at the moment. I've got tomorrow, as I said, swimmers in the morning, Wednesday, nothing really in the afternoon or evening. Thursday is again my normal manic Thursday, so down here from about 8 a.m. in the morning, and again I won't get home till about 10 I think on Thursday. And then now on the Friday I will end up packing up in the morning and heading off to camping, providing nothing changes weather forecast wise. And then yeah, so I'll be away Friday, so Friday evening will be a step 2 day, having a meal. I haven't decided obviously yet what I'll be doing, because I don't even know where we're going yet. And then Saturday we'll be off doing things. I've got a campsite in mind actually, which there's a like a festival fete thing going on, music, food stalls and things like that. Again, the food stalls don't actually bother me, as long as I've got my products with me and my water. And if I was really feeling like I needed something, then I'd look for something that I could possibly have. You know, it's unlikely to get a chicken salad or something at a fete or festival, but yeah, I'd have a look. But to be honest, no, it's not likely. I'll save the meal for the evening on the Saturday. Sunday, so products during the day, and then we'd travel back sort of late afternoon, early evening. So to be honest, I might not even have anything on the Sunday step 2 wise, or I'll come home and decide, you know, depending on what the time is, if I'm going to do anything then. So that's my way of dealing with, you know, the 6-week school holidays when it comes to like me going away with my little one, taking her camping and things like that. And it's general days out again. That's pretty much how I would work it. So we'll often head down to the coast, which is really close to us. Our nearest beach is 20 minutes from here. So we'll pop down to the coast, and again, you know, barbecues are great, doing a step 2 day. But make your own burgers. Don't rely on going and getting a burger or a sausage thinking, well, that's protein, because there's carbs in them. Make your own, take your own. You know, make up salads, things like that, and you know, make chicken skewers. What else can you do? Oh, I can't even think. But look at the step 2 food allowance list and see what you can come up with to make from that. Take it with you, and then you're not feeling like you're left out. I just think if you go armed with things to have, then you're not falling off, you're not likely to come off track. Now again, in some people's opinions, doing a step 2 meal when you're down on paper as being on step 1 is, you know, to them is a huge no-no, and you just don't do that. Well, you know, I've said this from day one, everybody's journey is different. This journey that you're on is about you. It's not about anybody else's opinion. It is what works for you. And I've actually put a post up today on my Facebook business customer, I call it business, but stroke customer page. And that's what it's about, is the journey is about you. So I know I've said this before, just keep going, even if you had the odd slip, you know, just get back on track. You're still going to get there. You know, you are going to get to your goal weight. It's if you give up, that's when you'll never get there. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. That's sort of the lowdown for the rest of my week. I'll update you though. I mean, I'm not likely to do one before I go. Having said that, I might do. But I will definitely update you as to how my camping's going. It's a bit of a shame that I can't actually take my laptop with me. Well, I could, but I don't really see the point of that. And do it from there. So I'll just update next week as to how the camping trip's gone. That's assuming we're going. At the moment, I've got the plans to go, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, you know, have a good rest of your week. As I say, day 9 for me on the 30-day challenge. You know, that's something else you could do. Set yourself a 30-day challenge. It's a really good time actually to do that. It's with this, again, with the school holidays and things. Some people's routines are all up the spout with not being in work as regular, or the kids are off, all the things like that. So yeah, maybe set yourself a 30-day challenge, see how you go. If you know somebody else who's on plan, do it with them. Again, I will just say, talking about how I work for myself and my slimmers on plan, moving freely between step 1A, 1B and step 2, if that's something you want to do, discuss it with your own consultant. I can only tell you what I do and what I do with my slimmers and what works for us. Your consultant knows you better than I do. I'm just speaking to you through a camera, so I don't know you. I don't know what would work for you. I don't know how much having that step 2 meal when you need to would throw you off. But I've been a independent Cambridge weight plan consultant now for over 6.5 years, and this is what I see works. When I see people on the support page that I'm admin for talking about, they're supposed to be on 3 a day, they get to say 5 p.m. in the evening and they're just struggling like mad because they've had all their products, don't know what else to do. Knowing that you can have a 4th product, that's usually sort of the first option people will go for, because then they don't feel like they've had food. For some people, putting that food in can have an issue sometimes. I generally, with my slimmers, don't find it does. Again, I find that giving them that freedom to do that works. But yeah, but yourself. That's the main thing, is yourself. You know what will work for you. But as I say, what works for me, what works for my slimmers may not work for you. It's something you should discuss with your own consultant, just to get their feel on it, see what they think regards to you and your journey. But anyway, I will catch up with you again soon, and thanks for viewing. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think about my content, because if there's anything you think that you'd like to see me cover, then let me know, and I can think about how to cover that for you. But yep, so have a good rest of the week, and I shall pop by again soon.